Hey guys, of course, Nasarama here. I'm going to do a quick little sort of different video, not really a vlog today. This is a sort of a product review, if you will. I was asked to do a review of my bar and mirrors down here, and hopefully you guys can kind of see them in the camera. So I'm going to do a quick little review on them, just talking about what brand they are, or which ones they are. Let me close my visor. What brands they are. Oh, I should stop. What brands they are. What brand they are, and how I like them. So they're actually a cheap pair of mirrors that I bought online. Jeez. They're a cheap pair I bought on Amazon. They were like 20, 25, 30 bucks with shipping. Pretty cheap pair. I really just bought them to try them out and see if I liked them, because I always thought, you know, the stock Gladius mirrors are kind of giant, big, you know, antennas, kind of like a lot of stock mirrors are, but they were pretty big. So I thought I would, you know, try to put some bar ends on there, see if it gave it a cooler look or made it a little bit slicker or anything like that, you know. So let's just start off with saying that I like them a lot, even for a cheap set of mirrors. And there's that guy again. Even for a cheap set of mirrors, I really like them. And there are some pros and cons to them. First of all, they look, pros-wise, they look really great. They give a very sleek look. I'll, you know, go ahead and throw in some video of just them right here. So they look really great, and I really like that. They give a much sleeker look, more sort of Street Fighter-ish. Like, I'm not really trying to make my bike a Street Fighter. I know it's a naked one, but I'm not really going for that. But they just look a lot better. They are sort of, I guess, convex, is that the term? So they are curved a little bit in the middle, like in the middle they're outwards, they're curved, and so it gives you a good broad range of view, and that's one bonus about them. So because they're so far out, they're you know, when the mirrors are up right here, they're, you know, you can't get that broad of a view with them. But when they're out to the side like this, you know, past my body, when they're out past my body, so I don't see myself in them, and I can see a broad range of stuff. And because they're convex, they almost essentially eliminate my blind spot. I look in that mirror and I can see the side of a vehicle in the lane next to me, and I can also, you know, in my peripheral vision, I can start to see the front of that car as well to the, you know, to the left of me. That's neutral. Dang it, get out of neutral, bike. So they essentially eliminate my blind spot, which is really nice. You know, I still usually, I mean, at least a little bit like this, do a little head check, just to make sure, but in general, they really do eliminate your blind spot. So that's one really nice thing about them. So yeah, they look really great. They give a very wide range. They were a good price. And I really like them, honestly. I think I'll probably keep them on there. And then, along with that, there are some cons. So, first of all, they are a little bit hard to install. They have those, like, you have to like turn the bolt and it like separates it out to catch onto the threads inside your bar. And so they took a lot of working to get in, to stay in. And so you kind of have to be careful with that. I mean, when I first put them in, I was kind of worried about them falling out, to be honest. When I was like riding, I was thinking, you know, I'm going to take this out for a test ride and they're just going to fall out. And they've actually stayed in fairly well. I haven't had to push them back in. They haven't moved or anything like that. So I'm kind of impressed with that, even though they were kind of a pain to install and to get in place. So that's one con, and that's probably, I mean, that comes part of what comes with them being cheap is they are a little trouble to install. Next, they are smaller, of course. They're like, I want to say they're 3-inch diameter. I think that's pretty much the standard for bar and mirrors. So 3-inch diameter mirrors. So they're smaller. They're farther down, of course, than up here. They're down there. So you do have to, you know, do more of a head. You have to move your whole head to look down into your mirrors. And yeah, it can be a little annoying, but I mean, after you do it, after you're used to it, it's really not a bothersome. And yeah, you have to look down a little bit more, but it's really not that big of an issue. So they're a little bit smaller and they're lower down. Also, one thing of note with that convexity of it, the curve in the mirror, it makes it harder to see directly behind you. And basically, as an object gets further away from behind you, a car or whatever, it gets harder to see. It gets really, really small. With these kind of mirrors, these really convex mirrors, that, you know, that label of objects in the mirror are farther away than, or closer than they appear. Sorry guys, just had to get into traffic. Is my camera still on? Yeah, it's still on, okay. That idea of objects in the mirror are closer than they appear is really true, because the car behind you gets really small and it gets hard to see. And if it's far enough away, you can't, like the car that's behind me a little ways back, I can't tell what kind of car it is anymore. And I'm a person who easily recognizes cars by headlights and stuff, but I can't tell what kind of car that is behind me. So things do get a little distorted in the image, but that's just kind of a price that you pay with your very wide range of view. So that's a little annoying, but I don't mind it too much. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. You just kind of have to be careful. It's like I look in the mirror and I see a car behind me, and then I can do a head check to see that car physically, and I'm like, wow, that car looks a lot closer than it did in the mirror. So just one word of caution. Anything else about them? Do you guys have any? I don't know if you have any questions. They're a fairly good quality. They do stay in place very well. They have all these little, you see these little Allen bolts around the edges and stuff. You just have to get them into position, the position that you want them in, and then tighten them down tight. And if you tighten them down tight, they really don't move. Even at highway speeds, I mean 75, 80 miles an hour going down the freeway, they don't move. I don't see them. They don't get, as long as you have them down tight enough, they won't vibrate and they don't, push back with the wind. So they really, for $20 shipped, or $25 shipped, whatever it was. And I will, like I said, post a link to them in the description. They're really worth it. And I really enjoy them. I think I'll probably keep them in there for now. And I've been riding with them for a little over 2 weeks now. So I've gotten fairly used to them, gotten used to looking down further, gotten used to the convexity, gotten used to all of that, and I've really grown to like them. So for now, I think I'm going to keep them in and leave the stock mirrors off. I'm going to go ahead and turn into a neighborhood here so I can pull into a parking lot and get off the bike and show you guys how they look. So other than that, if you have any further questions about them or any comments about them, feel free to leave a message. And yeah, and I'll get back to you. Other than that, watch out for another vlog next week. So for now, I'm going to skip the video ahead to pulling into a parking lot. Find a good spot, maybe. Yeah, I'll park down here. So, for now, I am out. Peace. Oh, and I still have that on. Wee.